My student Carlos heard this on his first day at an American company and spent 20 minutes looking out the window for falling animals. True story. But here's what's amazing. 6 months later, Carlos became known as the idiom master in his office, using expressions so naturally that his American colleagues forgot English wasn't his first language. What changed? He discovered the secret system I'm about to share with you. And if you watch until the end, you'll never forget another English idiom again. But first, comment cats and dogs. If you've ever been confused by English idioms like Carlos was, let's be honest, English idioms are the nightmare of every language learner. You know what I mean, right? You study grammar for months, build your vocabulary, feel confident. Then a native speaker says, break a leg, and you think they want you to hurt yourself. Here's what usually happens when you try to learn idioms. Your teacher gives you a list. Break a leg means good luck. Piece of cake means easy. It's raining cats and dogs means heavy rain. You memorize the translations, feel smart for about 5 minutes, then completely forget them by next week. Why does this happen? Because idioms aren't logical. Your brain can't make sense of why break a leg means good luck, or why we use cats and dogs to describe rain. It's like trying to remember random phone numbers. Impossible without the right system. I learned this the hard way when I was teaching Isabella from Brazil. She was brilliant at everything else in English, but idioms made her panic. She told me, "Teacher, when Americans use idioms, I feel like they're speaking a secret code that I'll never understand." That conversation changed everything for me. I realized we needed to stop teaching idioms as random phrases and start teaching them as what they really are. Mini stories with hidden meanings. Here's the breakthrough that transformed my teaching and my students' lives. Every English idiom tells a story. And when you know the story, the idiom becomes unforgettable. Let me prove this to you right now. Why do we say break a leg for good luck? In old theaters, actors believed that wishing someone good luck was actually bad luck. So instead, they would wish for something terrible, like breaking a leg, knowing that the opposite would happen. The phrase stuck, and now it means perform amazingly well. See what happened? Once you know the story, break a leg isn't random anymore. It makes perfect sense. Your brain can hold on to it because it has context, emotion, and logic. This is exactly what happened to Carlos. Once he learned that it's raining cats and dogs comes from Old England when heavy rains would wash dead animals through the streets. He never forgot it again. The visual story locked it into his memory forever. But here's the real magic. When you learn idioms through stories, you don't just remember them. You start feeling them. You understand not just what they mean, but when to use them and how they make people feel. All right, here's the exact system that helped Carlos master 200+ English idioms in just 3 months. I call it the story, emotion, action method, and you can follow every step through the subtitles. Step 1. Story discovery. The origin hunt. Every idiom has a fascinating backstory. Instead of memorizing meanings, we discover origins. Watch how this works. Subtitle example. Spill the beans. Ancient Greeks voted by putting beans in jars. If someone accidentally spilled the jar, they revealed the secret vote results. When you learn that spill the beans comes from ancient Greek voting, suddenly it's not just tell a secret. It's a vivid image of beans scattered on the floor, revealing hidden information. Your brain creates a movie, and movies are impossible to forget. Here's what my student Rosa from Mexico told me. When I learned that the whole 9 yards comes from World War II machine gun belts that were exactly 9 yards long, I felt like a detective solving mysteries. Now I use this idiom confidently because I own its story. Step 2, emotion connection, the feeling bridge. Once you know the story, we connect it to emotions. This is where the magic happens. Let me show you. Subtitle shows, under the weather. Sailors got sick when bad weather pushed them below deck, away from fresh air. Now, when you say, I'm feeling under the weather, you're not just saying I'm sick. You're connecting to that feeling of being trapped below deck on a stormy ship, queasy and uncomfortable. The emotion makes the idiom stick forever. Isabella, my Brazilian student, had her breakthrough with this method. She told me, "When I learned that butterflies in my stomach describes the same fluttery feeling that butterflies cause when they fly around, I finally understood why English speakers use it. Now when I'm nervous, I naturally think of butterflies dancing in my stomach." Step 3, action integration, the usage mastery. The final step is using idioms in real situations with confidence. Here's the secret. You must practice idioms in their natural emotional contexts. Subtitle example. Using break the ice when actually meeting someone new for the first time. Don't just repeat break the ice means start a conversation. Instead, imagine you're at a party. Feeling awkward, then you approach someone and make the first comment. You're literally breaking the invisible ice barrier between strangers. Feel the nervousness, then the relief when they smile and respond. Carlos mastered this step by creating what he called idiom moments. Every time he felt a specific emotion or situation, he would practice the matching idiom. Nervous about a presentation? I have butterflies in my stomach. Something was surprisingly easy? That was a piece of cake. Here's what he told me 6 months later. I don't think about idioms anymore. They just flow out naturally because I've connected them to real feelings and experiences. My American colleagues think I grew up here. The results of this system still amaze me. Let me share what happened to some of my students. Maria from Colombia went from avoiding conversations with native speakers to leading international meetings. She said, "When I started using idioms naturally, my colleagues' respect for my English completely changed. They treat me like a true bilingual professional now." Ahmed from Pakistan used this system to pass his citizenship interview with flying colors. The interviewer was so impressed by his natural use of idioms that she commented, "Your English sounds more natural than many native speakers I interview." But my favorite success story is David from South Korea. He was so terrified of idioms that he would change the subject whenever someone used one. After learning just 50 idioms through stories, he started a YouTube channel teaching Korean idioms to English speakers. He turned his biggest weakness into his greatest strength. These weren't naturally gifted students. They were regular people who simply learned to treat idioms as stories instead of random phrases. Here's your exact roadmap to idiom mastery. Week 1 and 2. Story collection. Learn 5 idiom origin stories per day through subtitled videos. Create vivid mental images for each story. Focus on the most common 70 idioms first. Time investment, 10 minutes daily. Week 3 to 4, emotion integration. Connect each idiom to personal experiences and feelings. Practice using idioms when you actually feel those emotions. Record yourself using idioms in context. Time investment, 15 minutes daily. Week 5 to 6, natural usage. Use learned idioms in real conversations. Watch movies and identify idioms in natural speech. Start teaching idioms to friends. Teaching equals permanent learning. Time investment, 20 minutes daily. The beauty is that once you know the stories, idioms become permanently etched in your memory. You're not memorizing translations. You're collecting fascinating pieces of English culture and history. If this system makes sense to you, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. I'm creating a complete series covering the top 200 English idioms with their full origin stories and emotional connections. Comment below with the English idiom that confuses you most. I read every single comment, and I might create a dedicated video explaining your idiom's fascinating backstory. And here's something special. I'm selecting 15 viewers who comment their most confusing idiom to receive my complete Idiom Master Workbook, absolutely free. It contains the origin stories, emotional connections, and practice exercises for 100 essential English idioms. Remember, Carlos went from looking for cats and dogs in the rain to becoming the idiom master of his office. Your idiom breakthrough starts with understanding just one story. The next time someone says it's a piece of cake, you'll smile knowing it comes from the 1930s when cakes were given as prizes for easy contests. And that knowledge will stick with you forever. See you in the next video where we'll uncover the shocking origins of break the ice, spill the beans, and let the cat out of the bag.